Hello everybody, welcome back to the Food and Drink Chronicles, and today I'm going to be making some drinks with peanut butter whiskey. Let's do this. Alright, so I have peanut butter whiskey, and this is from Screwball. This is an interesting whiskey. I've been seeing it pop up in a lot of bars. I've tried a couple drinks with it, and so I kind of wanted to try to make my own. So I've come up with 3 drinks that I want to show you guys today. And I have a whole bunch of ingredients that I'm gonna kind of go over. Now, obviously I won't be using all of these. I'm just gonna be using some of these. So I do have a couple of orange liqueurs. I got Paula's and I got Cointreau. So Cointreau is probably a much more well-known one, very popular for making tequila drinks. I have cranberry juice too, which I gotta say, just toss it, you don't need it. So when it comes to making drinks with whiskey, you want to stay away from things that have sugars in them. So that cranberry juice has some sugar in it. You want unsweetened stuff. So I use Chambord, which is a liqueur. It's a raspberry liqueur. You don't need simple syrup. And there are some bitters that you can use. I've got quite a few bitters. I got this blood orange bitters, it's pretty interesting. I got Peychaud's bitters, Angostura bitters as well. So for the recipes I'm gonna make for the 3 drinks, I'm just gonna use the Angostura bitters. So I'm gonna put these other 2 away. You're probably starting to wonder what I'm gonna make. Well, the 3 drinks I'm gonna make are gonna be a peanut butter old fashioned, an Irish cream, and a peanut butter and jelly drink. The first drink I'm gonna make is gonna be the Irish cream. Now, this drink kind of reminds me of sipping cream moonshine. If you've never had it before, you need to pause this video, you need to go to the store, go to your liquor store, and find this stuff. This stuff is amazing. Really good moonshine. But that's what it kind of reminds me of. Now, there's 3 ingredients I'm gonna need for this. Now, I gotta go grab one from the fridge. So, I'll be right back. Okay, so what you're gonna need to make the Irish cream drink is you're gonna need your peanut butter whiskey, you're gonna need Bailey's, and creamer to top it all off. So for my glass, pretty simple, I'm just gonna use a regular cocktail glass. Simple enough, huh? All right, I'm gonna go grab some ice for this. Now, I do apologize, guys, because I'm not very fancy with the ice, but hey, this is what I have to work with. But we're gonna make it work. So this is kind of like a 1 part sort of thing. 1 part whiskey, 1 part Irish cream. So I'm gonna take my whiskey first, my peanut butter whiskey, and I'm just gonna do 1 ounce. Now you can do 2 ounces of whiskey, then 2 ounces of liqueur. It's all dependent upon how much you want to drink. But I'm making 3 drinks, so I don't want to party. No, I'm not gonna drink all these. All right, so easy enough. I got 1 ounces of the peanut butter whiskey, and I got 1 ounce of the Irish cream from Bailey's. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some creamer, and I got this fancy almond creamer. I'm only gonna do 1/4 ounce for this one. So if I was doing 2 ounces of, if I was doing like 2 ounces of whiskey and 2 ounces of Bailey's, then I would go ahead and do 1/2 ounce. But because I'm only doing 1 ounce of each, I'm gonna do 1/4 ounce of creamer. Now sure, you could shake all these up, which I have been doing. I've just been simply taking it and giving it a nice little stir. Let's give that a try. It's really good. Tastes like peanut butter and Irish cream. I don't know how to describe it really. I mean, it's a pretty good flavor. Like I said, it does kind of taste like this sipping cream right here. So I kind of want to compare the 2 just to get an idea. But I'm just going to give a little taste of this moonshine. Nothing too crazy. Stuff has more kind of like a butterscotch cream sort of flavor to it. Not necessarily like this, but still pretty similar. I mean, it's got a creamy whiskey flavory to it, kind of peanut buttery, but not too overpowering. I mean, these are both really good drinks. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of this. So if you can make this drink, it'll really elevate what you can do with this whiskey. Okay, for my next drink, I'm not gonna skimp on the whiskey at all. I'm gonna do a full 2 ounces of peanut butter whiskey. So this is gonna be the old fashioned, but I need to get my Angostura bitters. So what I like to do is I like to take my Angostura bitters and I like to do about 3 dashes in there. And that's what that looks like. Now I need to take my Luxardo cherries. These are great cherries. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of that juice in there. Not too much, but just a little bit. And so normally with old fashioned, you would also add in agave, or you can add a sugar cube, or you could add simple syrup. Just one sort of sweetness in there to combat, the bitters and the whiskey. But since we're doing peanut butter whiskey, you don't need to add any sweetener because it's already kind of sweet. So I'm just gonna do a 1 ounce pour, followed by another 1 ounce pour. And again, it's gonna give it a little stir. Now I give it a stir before I add the ice because I wanna make sure everything gets incorporated in there and then nothing gets gummed up. Because if you add ice, well, your bitters can become gummy and your cherry juice, all that combined will attach to the ice and it'll just be a nightmare. All right, so now I'm just gonna add some ice. Again, I don't have the fancy cubes. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I did. It's actually not bad. I mean, I'm a huge fan of old fashions. I like using regular whiskey for it. Well, not regular whiskey, I like using rye. So I like using rye to make old fashions with. With the rye, I'll do agave on the bottom of the glass. I'll do a little bit of cherry juice, cherries, 3 to 4 dashes of bitters, mix all that in, put the whiskey in, or put the rye in there, mix all that as well, and then put my ice, and it tastes really good. Now, one thing I don't have is oranges, but I guess, who has oranges around their house all the time? I really don't. All right, now for the next drink, I'm gonna do this one kind of small too because I don't want to use a lot of it, but I only have like a little bottle of Chambord. For the peanut butter and jelly, I've seen different recipes for this. It mostly calls for unsweetened raspberry, cranberry, whatever kind of berry drink that you have. I think the Chambord is an excellent substitute though. And like I said, you don't need any kind of sweetener with this, but the stuff is already sweet. So don't add simple syrup, don't add agave, don't add stevia, monk fruit, whatever it is that you use. All right, I got my 1 ounce pour in there. Do my 1 ounce pour of peanut butter whiskey. And if you've seen me make these videos before, I like doing the shaker. Not doing the shaker today, I'm just mixing everything in. Which you can do that. You can mix, you can strain, you can do whatever you want to do to your heart's content. Tastes like peanut butter and jelly. Now here's another thing that I've seen. I've read that Cointreau can be added. I'm gonna give it a try, I'm gonna see what it tastes like. So I've done it with the cranberry, I have not done it with the Chambord. If I can get this thing open, there we go. Hasn't been used in a while. All right, so for this, I'm just gonna do 1/4 ounce. So yeah, I like what I did with the Irish cream because I'm not doing a full two ounces. Kind of balances it out. It's really good. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Yeah, I like peanut butter. Maybe actually like eating the sandwich. It has those subtle flavors to it. Almost like kind of like a bread flavor to it. Not really. More peanut buttery than jelly though, but like a very soft tinted jelly. So this is good. I recommend making it this way. Well, anyways, if you guys like what you see here, be sure to like and subscribe. I don't know if I'm gonna be making any more of these videos where I do mix drinks. It's kind of a rare thing that I do, not something I do very often. But I think with this peanut butter whiskey, it's pretty interesting. So I wanted to give it a go and kind of see what you guys think about it. I'll say this. At first I wasn't enjoying it that much, but now that I've learned to make these drinks, I'm really starting to enjoy this stuff a lot more. Well, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Food and Drink Chronicles out.